Alright, so we're on a bunch of waiting lists, but this is the first hand that I'm playing of the day. 50 and L. And we have a 6 max over here. Right about there. Excuse me. That looks about right. Maybe a little bit high, but whatever, we'll figure it out. And we have 4 10 and Ls that we're on the waiting list for, 2 more 6 max, and 2 more 9 max. Don't know if I want to, because I only want to take 2 50s. Okay. This may be a really good seat. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to take it. That looks like a really good seat to me. Not a full table, but I'm sure it'll fill up. So what is this? A lot of the same players. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my first thought and go with this table. Pretty good. Do we get to gamble early? We may. Because we're obviously not folding. Player calls. We are going to bet pretty healthy and go for 3-barrel if he doesn't jam here or fold. Kind of looks more like I'm protecting than trying to bluff off. Sometimes he has the diamonds and we're just fucked, but he can also have some other club draws with a pair, so we have to bet. He can also have hands like 4-3, 3-5, 3-3. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a real rough one because we have all the draw combos. Like we've taken out a wheel draw with an ace. We have the clubs. And he's obviously got something he wants to see the river with. So that's that 5th Street chicken where the only thing that really changed about his hand is the fact that he's been raised and bet at twice. So it's also hard to pull off because it was my first hand on the table. But I think mathematically, statistically, I mean, it works out. I think that most of the time he's not going to have something that's going to be able to call. This is always kind of weird. Usually these should just go check. When I check the flop, I don't know, he keeps betting. It's interesting. I could definitely go for a check raise. I guess we should just be c-betting and not be so tricky. Ooh, I like having this though, the next hand. That's kind of nice. Started the day, what, at 1866. So played a little bit here and there. Nothing really major happened in the last couple days. Been kind of busy, been kind of, you know, having fun. Saw a show, spent some time, and with Sin, my other partner. And yeah. What the hell's World of Tanks? I don't give a shit about that. Why are you... No, I don't want to be signed up for that. Jesus. Got another 20 and L here. Is that big? Yeah, it is. I guess we can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's all right. It's a Tuesday, so the name of the game is Patience. We got a 10 and L here. If we can size this correctly. Looks good. Maybe right about there. I should plug my goddamn phone in. You guys may hear my phone go off. My father's not feeling very well. He's doing okay. But, you know, getting updates from my mother, so if the phone goes off, I gotta hear it. Well, that's kind of... He can be a little bit steamy. I don't know what his history of the day is, but he can be a little bit steamy, so we're going to go ahead and check raise and see if that pisses him off. Just going to let this go. Well, there's a lot of draws out there. 10 jack, all the spades. I think we'll make the small bet here. And we're going to check the river. Eights. Good check. Interesting. Jack's kind of good. Not if he's betting. Yeah, that's fine. He's either got the jack or he's got the ace of diamonds in that scenario, or he's got a flush already. So that means I'm looking to draw out. There's no fold. There's no bluff spot. Shorter stack. Shorter stack's playing 50 and L, raising him properly. He's probably just going to want to get the money in. And if he does, that's fine. I mean, shorter stacks tend to play a lot tighter, but it's not like he's going to fold 10s plus here, so if he jams, it's fine. He can have aces, kings, whatever. Just call is kind of hilarious. We're basically getting the money in on most flops. I kind of like seeing 2 queens rather than 1 queen. So we're just going to go ahead and bet. If he jams, we're not folding. But this is why you can't give the short stack players too much credit. They're already making a mistake. They're playing short stacked. Already making a mistake. Let me know how you guys like this music. He's just jamming the next hand. He might just be a tilt monster. Let's go ahead and raise here. So, call this one. And we're going to go ahead and bet. Ace in the turn's not bad. We're going to go ahead and bet again. May have to triple barrel. He shouldn't have too many aces unless it's the exactly suited ace of spades. King on the river's kind of great. He leads out. To me, this seems defensive. I don't think he often has diamonds here. So I'm going to go for the raise. He can also have 4 deuce. He can also have sets. This would suck if he has diamonds. He runs out the absolute nuts. That's hilarious. But there's no reason for me not to bet. You know, the queen 10 is whatever. The ace on the turn call is very meh. But there's no reason for me not to raise. Especially versus this particular player. God, that feels like such a mistake, but... And on the river, when I raise... It's one of those ones where I should be raise folding because his lead out was half pot. He should have let out bigger. He's still going to get called, but his lead out was improper. Not that my raise was, or my call off is fucking genius. Obviously, it's a mistake a lot of times, but he could actually just have, you know, the queen of diamonds, and he can make that bluff same way as he can with the ace of diamonds on an ace board. So, I don't know. Maybe the raise is greedy, but I think we have to be greedy. Without a diamond in my hand, I think I absolutely have to be greedy. You know. And I don't have a spade in my hand either. So he can have a lot of busted draws. He can have a lot of 2 pairs. When I raise, he's supposed to only have flushes, but I'm not worried about it. I think we'll just call here. It's kind of sketch in the middle. Yeah. I'm kind of curious what this player was doing. Ace 3? Yeah, just nothing. All right, awesome. Cold call out of the big blind. He leads small. I'm going to go ahead and raise. I'm going to lead this one because I pick up the straight draw. 3 on the river, make the straight. I'm going to go ahead and bet it. I am going to bet this turn. He could have an ace. Sometimes players don't give up an ace, but a lot of times he's just controlling for gut shots and diamond draws. Did I get called here? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. That is a real cooler, though, man. Because what are the combos that he has? The suited queen of diamonds and then the 4-6 of diamonds. That's pretty much it. There's so many 2-pair combos when he calls a raise and then plays passively like that. He can even have tons of sets. He can have 5s, 3s, queens. He can actually have ace-king and king-queen. He can for sure have king-queen. I like checking this turn. I could have bet it for sure. But I think checking is smarter. Just because I don't see a 10 getting off of it that quickly. Wow, this guy had every out in the world and he didn't even try for it. There it is. Just going to go ahead and bet pairs against this player. And check the turn. I think he'll tell me if he got something. Yeah. King of the River is interesting because I don't think we're trying to get aces to fold, like an ace to fold. So I'm just going to check. Yeah. There's no point in betting the river here because I don't think we're going to get the ace to fold. We're basically betting if I didn't make something with showdown because he can have a suited king better than mine, like looking for spades. So I think checking is fine. This is interesting. I'm going to check back. Should be good. Alright, he wanted to get to showdown. We're going to start charging for that. There's another 6 max. We're going to get that going. This table might have to go, though. Yeah, this table's going to have to go. I don't think this player's coming back. We're fuck this table. So, I'm going to move this one down. Six max players do not stay in their fucking seat, man. It is brutal. Like, I didn't realize how much table hopping was going on with the six max people until I really started focusing on six max. Wow. Got another 10 and 0. Let's give up the offsuit 10 jack. Make that a little smaller. I know you guys can't see that table. As always, we'll bring it into frame if something interesting happens. But we also have one more 10 and L we can get on, and there's two more 50 and Ls that I can rotate through. God, plus the 4 deuce would be a monster to like trap me with the straight on the turn and then lead the river to control the size of the pot. All right, I'll put you guys on hold for a second. Sorry guys, had to check in with Dad. He's doing really good. You know, he ended up having to be admitted and get some crazy, get some IV fluids and some antibiotics, and, just general bullshit for, whatever. And he's doing really good. I think we want to call this suited connector. I don't want to totally... All right, that turn card's not awful. That river is what's awful. I think I'm just going to check it. There's a lot of two-pair combos that might pay me, but a lot that won't. We're just going to go ahead and bet here. Fold here, fold here. Amazed how many times people are leading paired flops out of position. So that's interesting. It does cut down the favorable combos I have, but this usually should be more pairs than draws. Oh, that's a tough one now on the river. He can have hands like 7-8 that might just check. He can have some queens. I don't know if there's a lot of queens that want to bet here. Does he ever have 5-8? Does he ever have 4-5? I feel like a payoff wizard, but I feel like I gotta call this one. Fuck. That is so fucking dangerous, checking the fucking ace-queen. I mean, I get it, he's holding the ace of spades, but... I mean, I made a crying call. I mean, that was kind of not great. But, whatever. Fuck it. You gotta focus up. That was kind of... Plus, did he raise pre-flop? No, he limped it. And the other guy raised it pre-flop. See, that's interesting. Maybe I should have considered that. Take one off here. This is one of those ones where most every pink card wins it for me. We're going to go ahead and bomb it like we have the clubs. My timing's not been great today. Okay. How about we relax and just have some value hands, shall we? I mean, what the fuck? Fold, fold, sure. Bottom pair gut shot. Really know why you're taking so long. Bet. We're kind of bombing blindly here. I know I said I wanted to get value hands, but people are doing weird shit. Nice little 2-barrel. Gotta bet twice. Gotta bet twice. Gotta bet twice. Looking at one on the side, I opened ace-queen in first and got called 4 ways. Jack 3-7 rainbow flop. I don't think I'm going to c-bet that one. I'm electing to fold. Same guy who just called me and then folded to another bet. Donked out. Now this song has a danger zone like kind of chord to it. I think we'll just call here. That part, that dink dink dink. You know what? I think I'm just going to call. I could definitely 3-bet, and the player is on the button, so his range should be weaker. But I think by calling here, we keep the range wide, and we keep him from over-bluffing too much. So when he checks turn, we can just bet right away here. Just representing a simple jack. Really, this is my biggest problem is this player. Unless he has exactly jacks or something. But yeah, we're just going to have the best hand there too often. 3-betting would have been awkward, though. Because we would have had to represent a pair much stronger because of all the callers behind. So I think it's going to be rough. Especially if we get 2 calls. It's going to be really rough. Alright, I think this is another one where we can bet the turn. If the big blind checks, we should be able to bet the turn and not run into a 6 very often. So we're basically just betting for some protection and value. This is kind of weird. The problem is he can have 9s, he can have ace-10. I think we have to let it go. My hand just gets so downgraded when somebody bets before me. Especially when the original raiser checked and then bet. He can obviously have things like jacks. Very unlikely hands coming through. Hey, thanks to boss. Is my chair too high? This player's pretty tight. It's the dumbest fucking raise I've ever seen in my life. You got 2 limpers and the guy min raises. Oh, if I ever wanted a 5. It's not the worst. Hey, I'm gonna bet. He's gonna have a lot of king queens, king 10s, some jack 10, but mostly nothing. Nice. I mean, you could do that with any hand, but it's just nice to have a pair. Because sometimes you're gonna get called, and when the board bricks out on the turn, you're gonna be able to bet again. I see with cards like the 3s and deuces that can come up that are actually good for you because I'm holding 2 5s. Three bet. It's gonna go ahead and bet. So there's a lot of 2-pair combos. Like as soon as I said it. Oh my god. The next sentence was there's a lot of straight combos. 4-5 ace deuce, 3 deuce, 4-3, 5 deuce that pick up equity. And there's a lot of aces that just made 2-pair and want to lead out and make sure that we don't get checked through. Like this isn't a blocker sizing. When he bets 4 on the turn here, this is more of like I want to make sure the street doesn't go by without getting a bet in. So he doesn't want it to go bet, check, bet. Which is interesting because that can mean that... But he bet too big. He bet 3/4 pot. He's not controlling the size of the pot. He's pot building. Delayed C-bet. Nope. some of the worst flops for my ace kings, ace queens today. 8-6-5-3. Call twice. Like, I wouldn't even feel comfortable bluffing this. I mean, this is like... I mean, look at this. Interesting. Short stack. I don't know why you'd play with a short stack unless you have him just nutted. How do you fold to the guy? God damn it, I'm still tired. Finally finished Cash Game Masterclass. Feels weird not having any guide to study. I'm excited to see how it develops. Well, fun fact. I went through the Tournament Masterclass the first time and immediately restarted it. And check this one. And check the river. Might have to call a bet here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's just got King Queen a lot. Look at this. We flopped the joint. 6 kind of sucks because top pair kills the action. I mean, but he's still betting, so let's check raise. We either get it all in or get the fold right here. Yeah, he can't keep going. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. So this guy on the ace-jack had pocket eights. So he 3-bet. Do we want to race? Yeah. King! That's why you jam, is so he'll call with ace-queen. Fuck. It's literally why you do it. He shouldn't even be 3-betting that. He shouldn't even be 3-betting that. He should be calling it. But when he 3-bets right after the hand that we just played, it's a joke. He's actually tilted because he lost with the ace or lost to the ace-jack with pocket eights. He's gonna fucking duff this. That's so brutal. This is why you don't 4-bet anything. Just fucking jam the monsters. Oh. Whatever. I want to see. Nope, he just checked. It's like a self-tilt thing. Like when he realizes he may have been able to get me off of the ace-jack if he had become aggressive when I checked, because I obviously wasn't comfortable. Some players will beat themselves up and overplay from there. when somebody jams in your face like that and you make a ridiculously speculative call off, you should be insulted. Like, the fact that I jammed it and didn't really have any fear of him having a hand better than mine. Like, even if you have pocket jacks there, you should kind of feel insulted. Because it's like, really? It's like, it's not supposed to work, but it works because of who he is. But yeah, when I finished the tournament masterclass on pokercoaching.com, I immediately restarted it. And I skipped. What I did was I restarted it, but I was like, okay, I don't need this, 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 or this. And then I went back to the parts that I felt like I was weak on. This is why I didn't correct the quizzes throughout it. Like, if I got one wrong, I just let it be wrong. Because I knew it was something I might have to go back to. And then I went through it again and, did the pick and choose. It's the same way I used to read poker books. I think it might have actually been Super System that talked about this, where it said, look, this book isn't meant to be read normally. What you can do is read the sections you need or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think the advice was read the book. If you want to read the book in its entirety, read it that way. But then make notes, go back on the parts that you need to relearn and reread those. Because you're not going to be able to hold and consume it in chronological order. And it was right. And I ended up, went through 3 copies of Super System. It used to be just the only thing. Horrible raise. Well, this player's short. We're just going to go ahead and raise him in. And I'm not folding at this point. If somebody wants to jam, that's fine. There's going to be worse flush draws. There's going to be straight draws. But we're never folding. Yep. Hold. That's why you do it, too, because you can win with ace high there. Still studying a lot, though, daily? Nice. I mean, you kind of have to, man. I'll admit my studying's been lax since I've been just focusing on, cash games. But I'm still working on my pre-flop ranges and stuff. I'm going to underplay this and just call here because we are all super deep. So it's kind of the best way to get value is to underplay the ace-king. I'm going to check. I have the ace of spades, so I don't see him bluffing. Yeah, he had ace 3. I maybe could have gotten a hero call. I missed some value there. I think if I lead the river, I might be okay. The fun part is the studying now, since you have a great base knowledge, is that you can actually run scenarios. And you can sit there, like, studying can be as much as putting a bunch of scenarios in Equifax and Flopzilla and seeing how different board textures change the value of your hands. And a little side note, if the value of your hand goes up, but you don't have anything, those are the good bluff spots. It means that you've removed certain cards from the deck that make it harder for your opponents to have good hands. You know what I mean? So those are more higher percentage bluff scenarios because of the card removal in your hand. It's a good way to learn card removal. Like, it kind of made blockers and combinatrix kind of make more sense to me when I started working with Equifax. Because it gave me a deeper understanding of, oh, so when I'm holding this, I mean, the base example is, you know, when you're holding the ace of clubs and there's 3 clubs on board, on the, you know, the river's the 3rd club, and you've been check calling, you know, for some other reason, or floating or whatever, and then the club hits the river and you go for the big raise, you know, as a bluff, you know, because you have the removal, because your opponent can't know where the ace of clubs is. So he doesn't know if you have the ace of clubs or the suited ace of clubs. And if you make the bet big enough and it seems logical enough, you know, players are just going to fold. All right, this table's done. So it's so nice there, though. That's why you raise that one, is because you're going to get jammed on behind by smaller flushes and things like that. And when we have the ace-high flush, as long as the guy doesn't have the suited 4 of diamonds, he's never got a pair, so we just got to hold versus 6 outs. You know, meaning the pair combos in his hand. This is kind of tough if we get raised. I just heard myself say if we lead the river, we might get a call, or we might be okay to get a call. I had the ace of spades in my hand, though, and that was the 3rd spade on the river. The guy had a fucking 3 in his hand, so unless he's just an absolute fucking moron, we're just never going to get the call. So... Man, I just had the 8 of hearts on 4 different tables at once. Twice on the flop, 3 times in my hand. That's so weird. It's weird how that jumps out at you sometimes. Sitting at 1852. Should lower my seat a little bit. I just raised it up. I didn't realize how much it had been going down. I don't mind just calling these occasionally. I don't always need to raise. It's kind of the best flop we can get, but we still have nothing, right? So this is one of those high percentage removals. So we have 10 jack, we have the clubs. If we get action significantly, really the only hand that is there is pocket sevens. So there are some suited aces, of course, that limp, but I think this player in particular raises all those, so as most do. But that's a high percentage because of the removal. We have 2 clubs, we have 10 jack. Those are going to be the most common draws. We remove combos for each one of those, so then we can very easily win the pot without a pair. And it would be a shame to lose that one to like queen 10 because we checked the flop. Like, people can get greedy by not betting that draw on the flop when it's checked to you. You have to remember, you still just have jack high. You know what I'm saying? Well, king, queen, jack 10 high, whatever. But, you know, you still don't have technically, you know, anything. Any pair is going to beat you. So, and I think checking there kind of lets a guy with like a queen in his hand feel very confident. And I think you're just better off betting and scooping the small pot. Because, you know, if you check and then he bets and then you bet the turn, he check raises. Guys can now check raise with any king. You know, they can do it with some queens. You know, the king, you know, king queen wouldn't be there. It would be 2 pair. All those kind of things. But you might end up in this bloated scenario where you have all the outs in the world, and the river can come off, and you can just like brick when you could have just won the pot on the flop. Plus, a lot of times when you bet and do get called in a limp pot scenario, it's because you're way behind and somebody's trapping. So then you can just check pretty much 100% of turns. Like if you make the straight or the flush, just check it. Maybe the bottom end of the straight I would keep betting and then try to get check raised. But a lot of times, you know, if you miss, you would just check the turn and then, you know, you have another free shot out on the river and the guy can bet it and then you can raise it and they can kind of wonder how the fuck is that 9 good for this guy, or the ace can look like 2 pair. I mean, I got hit by that earlier when I made the straight, and this guy could have had 2 pairs just as often as flushes. I mean, there's some reason to call here, but it's such an easy habit to get into of over defending. Like, I think my MDF there has to be something around 20%, and I'm getting like, I need like 25% or 28% to defend in that scenario with the raise and a call and the blinds. Doesn't have to be exactly 30, it's a little less. Been kind of thinking about my own MDF recently. How silly of me not to think somebody would limp pocket 3s in first and then call a massive 3-bet. Oh, he was in the big blind. Never mind. I lost track of the hand. This is a mistake. But he's in the big blind, and I'm getting raised when I have ace-king. And the idea is to lead out big. Flop comes off. I mean, granted, it's still a fucking 40-to-1 shot. He's going to have more spade draws and kings with me. Sucks. I wouldn't do that at 50 and L, so I probably shouldn't do it at 10 and L, but it's just you see the mistakes so much more often where somebody raises in order to buy the river on flush draws, and I didn't have any spade in my hand, so yeah, his raise was a little bit bigger than I would expect for that, so I probably should have just called, but I don't know if I'm folding specifically to that player. What the fuck? I get timed out over here. It's just annoying. Plus, with that ace king, there's the argument to be made that I look like I'm overplaying any king or any pair. Aces. Limp. Limp and a small raise from short stacks. We're going to try to commit them right away. Huh. Still at 1840. I mean, we had a limp from a short stack, and then this short stack 3x. So I think my raise should be bigger, because we don't want to make it like $4 and, you know, price in, you know, hands that can actually like, that we'd rather get in with pre-flop, like pocket fucking tens. So when we go here, if either one of these guys calls, they're fairly committed, so they're just going to jam. So we kind of make them jam into the aces. Seeing it again. Bet, raise, re-raise. Like now, you're a short stack. What do you do with two pair? You don't fold. Straight, you could fold. Only, I know it sounds stupid, but only because you're supposed to be beat more often when you have two pair than when you have a straight than when you have two pair. Plus, you have no redraw. I think the most common call there is a set. That's the most common call. But he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Look at this. Limps, calls a raise. And the guy leads right at it for 1/3 pot. Get raised 8x. How do you fold? You never fold here. But you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Get called, king comes off. Check back. Diamond on the turn's okay. Wow, he betting full pot. Wow. Not folding. I mean, if he's got me, he's got me, but whatever. Yeah. That's why it's so ridiculous that he had fucking diamonds. I even have a diamond in my hand. God damn it, he called a monstrous raise, too. Shit, I'm running bad. And I don't even know if I'm folding if the queen doesn't come off. I know I'm calling if a diamond comes off. It's annoying. That's the full pot on the turn. Full pot on the turn is a bet you use for a trapped king. The ace king with the ace of diamonds. Not the actual fucking flush. Yeah, I love GTO Wizard for training. Tune it to train spots I know I struggle with, and it lets you take spots from the trainer to study so you can see all the hands and the range and frequencies based on the board. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I gotta re-download GTO Trainer. I just haven't used it in so long. Man, I am running bad today. Just unlucky. And he bets the full pot on the turn. To be truthful, I should be trapping when I check back the flop. But betting the full pot on the turn is just... It's only going to work when I have a high diamond in my hand. And the only high diamond I can have is the queen of diamonds. if I have queens without a diamond, I'm not calling. The only two hands that beat me on that river are the suited ace, which since I have the ace-queen, he shouldn't even have too many. He can have the ace-jack, usually. Calling a 3-bet with that is kind of hilarious. Ooh, I flopped a set on the left-hand side. So the original razor was over here, I think. This player had limped. So I don't know how fancy we have to get. He's kind of either full of shit or he's got like a set of 4s. I think we just call. Yeah, sometimes a straight draw gets there, but I think we're too strong with middle set. And it's not like it's middle set of 5s, it's middle set of 9s, which is kind of a bigger deal. But we should see this player have a lot of overpairs. We should see this player have some sets, some straight draws. I mean, can he have jacks? I suppose, but we're not folding. Pocket 4s, right. I mean, he didn't raise pre-flop. He only limped, and then he called a raise, so it's not jacks. I mean, even the worst players open jacks under the gun. Nobody's playing jacks that passively. Yeah. Yeah, see? 9's okay. Nine's okay. If he has a 10 or an overpair, he'll call. I mean, I could have also the 7-8 of diamonds, right? So I guess a 10 is, or ace, pocket aces is like the third nuts. I think he almost called with a 10. So yeah, this player raised. And then this guy calls. He limps. This is why you don't play pairs 8s and lower out of first. Or you don't play 7s and lower. You play 8s and up. He leads out, which is smart with the set. I didn't mean to call that. That sucks. We get raised from the original raiser. He can definitely have overpairs. And then this guy min-click raises, and I jam on him, and he thinks these 4s are ever good. Back at 1830. I'm going to get off this table. What's up, Vice Chick? Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm just going to call here. I think we want to try to get some value while we can. If we get raised here, this is where the 5 lives, is under dubs. All right. Supposed to have more draws than hands. Problem is, I don't know if that's the suited 5 or just the 2 clubs. Yeah, took too long. You gave it away, sir. You took too long. There's a couple more 9-max tables, so we're going to rotate out. I used to think shit like that was unlucky too. Like if I had pocket fours under the gun and so this is kind of weird, but I think it really pays off if we hit. You play pocket fours or pocket fives under the gun, and then you get set over set. There's literally a cure for that. Don't play hands that easily get set over set, because when you have more hands behind you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I only play eights and better under the gun, because there's just every pair can be behind you. Limp raise. I don't know if you go apeshit here with one pair. Limp raised ace queen out of first. Wow. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have seen it, but goddamn, he really had to get lucky. Look at this. The guy had to have queen jack, overplay it, catch enough equity. Oh my god, and then hold the hand. Holy shit. That is 15 kinds of crazy. Sitting at 18-20. Kind of unlucky. Was a little bit. I'll admit I was a little bit over aggressive with my value bets on the bigger tables. Got second bested a couple times. 4. I mean, it's so funny because this is the exact scenario where you want to be aggressive with your value bets. So, because I don't even know if Queen 10, with the pot being so small, if Queen 10 can ever check the turn here. But there are hands that would be checking the whole way that can pay a bigger bet on the river. Me coming out of last place kind of looks sketchy when I bet. That's kind of a blocker bet. We're going to go ahead and go for some gusto. I'm going to go ahead and bet small here. I think I've been overthinking these about, like, if you had a king protecting against the flush draw. I'm going to go ahead and check. This player's short, so he shouldn't have too many bluffs. He can definitely have 6, 7. Yeah. He wasn't on the spade draw. He's 6, 7, or he had a king. See, this is the thing. If I play these here, like, there's so many players behind. There's some serious inexperience here. Yeah, with that ace queen. I don't even know how good I'd feel about going broke there. With ace, queen, top pair, queen, after I limp raised it and got all that action. I mean, what do you, I don't know what he's limping. I don't know. Somebody asked me, like, you know, should you really put that much effort into figuring out what your opponents are doing? Just generally. Like a lot of times throughout the day, I was editing a thing the other day, and I heard myself say, I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. Like, so many I could make a supercut. Like, I don't know how many times I must have said it in like a 10-minute period, but it was like, it had to have been at least 5 or 6 times. And yeah, I'm only saying it when I win the hand. So it's like, that's when the general things work out. You don't really need to solve the problem. You just need to make sure that your general shit's working. Just don't have to call that. Well, this guy's racing full stacks with ace-jack here. I need 6s. It's right on the line. It's probably supposed to be 7s because we're 9-handed, but it's definitely not 5s. Yeah, I could have even bet smaller here, but it doesn't need to be that big. Especially with this player's propensity to flop. Nice. Two pair. We might make a big raise here. Yeah, this doesn't seem like 2 pair to me. So now we see a raise. Ace-9's out there, pocket 3s. So I think we just call. This bet does look super weak. We can definitely be beat by better 2 pairs even, but I don't know. I think ace-9's super common here. Kind of depends how much he bets. Yeah. Yeah, he was just raising because the other guy seemed weak. I mean, I don't. I'm definitely. It worked out well because I'm definitely not getting called if I jam on that turn. So. Not bad. Damn. Ooh. A little more because we're out of position. And we're going to bet super small. Not that small. We're going to down bet, but not too crazy small. Yep. Sometimes I'll check that because he shouldn't have an ace much, but because there's a flush draw out there, I'm just going to let it go. Or bet it. Try to take it down. It doesn't mean that if we get called he's got an ace. It's more likely he's got flush draws. I think we find out on the turn if he's got something good. I'm going to lead the jack. I'm going to lead it again. I'm going to check. King, queen. King 10. All right. So, on the line of missing value there. But I don't think it's a major mistake. Ooh, gut shot. Make a pair, have the gut shot still. I'm going to go ahead and lead. I think I want another soda. This is so tempting. Yeah, I need a soda. Appreciate you guys hanging out. So, player limped. Just gonna bet half pot like it's an ace. This is interesting. I think we should see 3-bets in here if we raise, so I don't want to just limp, so I folded. Gee, I'm a genius. I mean, it's a good fold. I don't want to raise it. Might get it in here with kings. Do we want to raise? I mean, the player's on the button. We're going to make it pretty big. He calls. The ace comes off on the flop. We're going to check. Like, it's so dumb to do this with an ace. It's so dumb. Ugh. Jesus. I know I should have just jammed it pre-flop. It's so dumb to do it with an ace. But he can also have sets and think I'm checking ace-king. Which is exactly why you would do it. Just annoying. Check. Check. Queen in the river is kind of nice. I think we can check back, yeah. That allows us to get the check. Straight on board. I'm not going to fuck around and call. That's fine. You can have it, bro. The move would have been to bet the turn, but there's as many tens as jacks there. Player calls, queen on the turn. We're going to amp it. Most likely he has a queen. Want to charge draws. King on the river sucks. Because ace-jack offsuit with the ace of clubs. Or the other way around. Ace-jack offsuit with the jack of clubs. You're so tricky, man. I totally didn't see it coming. You're so tricky when you call that turn bet. Yeah. Check. Yeah, I'm going to grab a soda and take a leak. Splash some water on my face. I'm definitely tired. I didn't get enough sleep. But I want to play a bit today. And multiple sessions, so... Ooh, set of deuces. Or trip deuces. I mean, somebody should have something, right? I could have led here. It's a four-way pot, and this player's leading big. He's kind of top pair blind, so I think the check raise is fine. There's not a lot of players I'm getting it in with here, but he's kind of one of them. He calls. I'm going to bet half pot. Can he have jacks? Yeah, I guess. But it was a limped pot. I mean, he's more likely to have ace deuce than that. Ugh. This is why you make notes on players. He's got 50 blinds out of a guy in that scenario who had jack 5. I mean, he had the spade draw, but then he paid the river bet for another 28 blinds. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I'll even give it one of these. All right.
Pay that man his money.
All right. $0.05 dead. All right, I'll be the idiot. Is there any more 6-max? Yeah, there is. Only gotten one double so far. Luckily, it was on a big table. Oh no, we got 2. We got a 10 and L also. Yeah, I don't call these often, but oh baby, when we do. It's a great card. That's my money card, 3 of clubs. It's just so hard to get any more out of position there. I mean, if he has an ace, he's not going to put in 3 streets, so maybe we can call and lead the river on something, but he gave it up kind of quick. Lead the river on a high paint card. Queen or king. I don't know, his bets seem kind of automatic. He might not have had much. He might have had like king, queen. And pocket jacks or something. Kind of hard to say. Definitely didn't have an ace. I don't think he even considered it. Considered calling. Fold. Nice. 2 limps and a steal. I don't mind that. Queen's alright. Nope, gotta wait on that one for 4 minutes. It's the only other table I doubled up on. I could have called, but I don't like the squeeze factor. Give me another table. Oh, got one. Pretty good flop. I'm going to lead it. And I'm going to continue leading. And I'm going to continue leading. If it walks like a duck, man. Eight, 7. Top pair. Sitting at $18.44. Down $22 on the day. Not a big deal, just not much has happened. Huge bet for an ace. I'll go ahead and call. I could definitely 3-bet, but 2 pair. Let's lead. So Tuckerton's supposed to have more of these. Look at this, I got raised. It's a small raise. I'm in the blind. I mean, it's kind of hard for somebody to have a set here. This kind of sucks because it's really hard for somebody to have a set. They can definitely have aces. They can definitely have ace-queen. They can definitely have spade draws. But it's real hard to have a set here in a single raise pot. It is possible to have queen 7. I think that's where we get beat the most. At 8-6, 8-6 of spades might just jam. I don't think I'm folding. I think having bottom 2 pair in this exact scenario is kind of ideal. Because even queen 5 can't like it, so queen 7 I think is the only one that really takes advantage here. Yeah. Because queen 5 is so uncommon, like nobody would call it, you know what I'm saying? Even queen 7 nobody would call. I was in the blind, so I got priced right in. Getting to 3-bet on bottom 2 pair on the flop is kind of awesome. So, do I want another 6-max? Yeah. No. Well, let me look at it. No. No, yeah, I do. So, we're going to give up this one. I'm going to kill this table. And call. $18.51. Right back to where we were. Open ender. Straight. I mean, you're betting big. You must want the action, right? All right, we're all in. Thank you. I love that little pause right before before they call off the all in, where they're like, "Does this guy actually have?" Oh shit! I love that. It's like a little 2-second pause, like 1.5 seconds right before they call off. I mean, he's got a set. He just shouldn't have 4-bet, that's all. He just left. $18.62. We're going to go ahead and bet here. That's a pretty great flop. Let this one go. I'm going to check that. Pocket eights. I'm going to go ahead and check here. Could definitely barrel through, but I think sometimes we look like we have certain pairs. I'm going to bet half pot on the riv. Can definitely be beat by a lot of flushes. There's a lot of straights, though. There's like 9-7, 8-7, 6-7, 5-7, ace-7 of the other suit. What did he have? 7-7. The fuck is this? How have you been following since 2016? Look at this. I made this straight on the other table. It's a flush board, though. Should I trio with Bacon King and Reapser for Garfield Kart World Cup? I don't even know what those words mean, man. I was going to just block you straight away. Look at this. This guy checked the nuts. I was going to just block you straight away because it was like, what is this ridiculous first-time chat? But then I look and you've been following since fucking 2016. And that's your first chat? So I'm not going to block you, but I have no idea what you're talking about. So I guess you're a real person. I'm Boneless. It's a good name. I don't like this. Nine seven is good. Why are you calling? Oh my god. Thanks for the bit, brother. Oh, I guess you're a real person. I appreciate it. Okay. Garfield Kart World Cup 2. Is that a thing? I've never even heard of that. Alright, I'm going to your channel. I'm going to your channel. We're going to check you out. It's a real thing. Garfield Kart. That's hilarious. I don't know who Razor and Bacon King are, man. Look at you, though. Alright, everybody go follow my man. I'm going to follow you right now, brother. Because I want to see what the fuck Garfield Kart is. Is that like Mario Kart, but with Garfield characters? That's what it looks like. I'm gonna check out one of your last streams here. It is. It's like Mario Kart. Well, it's a little bit more. Oh, that's hilarious. I've never heard of that. Garfield Kart. Oh, he's got like... Oh, he's got all the fucking Garfield characters fucking driving race cars. That's awesome. I'm so bad at fucking racing games. Like, literally, like, I used to be... when I was more of a gamer, like, I was into Grand Theft Auto and shit. But I only liked the story mode. But every time I got to the fucking driving challenges, that was the end of the fucking game for me. I could never fucking get past them. I actually had, I think it, what was the Vice City? I had Vice City like 98% completed because I couldn't do the fucking car challenges. And I was so fucking pissed. I just stopped playing it forever. I love that game. I put in so many fucking hours in that game because it's, you know, it was based out of Miami, or it was like kind of based on South Beach and Miami area, and I'm from fucking Florida, so I would literally, while driving, while you were going through Vice City in the game, I'm sitting there going, holy shit, I know that place. I know that place. Like, they based it on real buildings. Like, they actually put a sandwich shop. I remember, I forget what it's called, but their interpretation of South Beach, they put up this fucking sandwich place, and I fucking remember going there and eating there when I was in high school. It's crazy. It was such a crazy whatchamacallit. It was such a crazy recreation. I think we just want to check here. This is kind of made the flush. I'm gonna bet. Yeah, everybody go out and follow I'm Boneless. Give me a second, I'll do the shout out. Because I want to see what the fuck Garfield Kart Racing is. Like, is that like a super competitive thing that I don't know about? Like, I didn't know about fucking what was it called? Super Street Fighter being such a huge fucking thing, and then one day I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Go give Boneless a follow. Not 100% sure here. Yep. Back up to 1860. Maybe I should have down bet on those aces. I mean, he's technically in first position because these players are sitting out, so I'm not going to 3-bet. I don't think I need to. Hard to call me with ace-king here. When I don't 3-bet pre. Well. Nah. It just sucks. It's just... Because I know I'm never ahead. Unless he has like a lower flush draw, I'm never ahead. Alright, we double and ditch this one. We'll bring in this table. I don't want another 6 max, thank you. I think 3's my limit. There's another 10 and L. Put that one up. Oh. We'll just bet for protection. Bum, 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 bum. Come on. Some action. These 50 and L's are tight. Aces. Come on. I mean, these guys are flopping a lot, but bet the queen. No showdown. God, this table. Okay. Almost a 3-bet, but a little too early. Okay. So this guy just got here. This is his very first hand. I kind of like it for that reason. I want it to be the original raiser, but I think being the caller behind is better. And he folds. Really? Good folds. I'm going to go ahead and bet here. Nice. Ugh. Why is everything going so fast? Oh, I had multiple hands on 6 max going. Haven't had a lot of 3-bet opportunities in the fucking 50NL today. Like some ace kings, but not a lot of situational stuff. It's a silly bet. It's just never getting folds. There's too much action behind. I like that steal. Lead out. Yeah, and it's like now you just have to give up, right? King Jack. Wow. Patience. Patience, patience. Really? That was a huge raise. Huh. I mean, he can have 5s, yeah. Set. He's a donkey, not an idiot. She just loves those big bets. I wouldn't be surprised if I got shown jacks there. With no fucking 3-bet. But it's a set. A ton. Okay. Jacks. Wow. I wanted to call this too, but I think with the player behind, I don't think it's a good idea. It's pretty good. This guy leads, I'm going to raise. Get called. And keep betting. Can he have the flush? For sure. Check the river. Can't believe he's checking back. Did he flop it with me? That would suck. He did flop it with me, but it was super low. God damn. Ugh, should have just overbet jam the turn. But he raised pre-flop. Like, what? Why is he raising pre-flop with the 4-6 of diamonds? Ugh, it's so funny. I mean, I would have called a reasonable bet on the river, but it's just kind of meh. Not reasonable. I probably would have called almost any bet. It's just such a stupid spot. I mean, nobody's going for the river bluff. Ace Queen. I raised and he called. I raised and he called pre-flop with Ace Queen suited on the button. Yo, we got music up in this stream. Hell yeah, it's a little loud, but I think I like it. Yeah, little parts of it are louder than others. I like the music. It's kind of... At this point, it's just royalty-free shit. I just learned how to separate the music from the VODs. So we could listen to anything right now, and I could separate it from the VODs so that it doesn't get put out for a copyright strike and doesn't violate YouTube guidelines, so I can still upload everything there. So what I want to do is get like a Spotify or whatever account and put like a shitload of songs in the queue and allow people to request songs and shit like that. But it's mostly pretty quiet, but there are some points where it kind of kicks up. But it never gets higher than my voice metered. So you should always be able to hear me. Like, even right now, it's only like at 1/2 my voice meter. And most of the songs are pretty quiet. It's kind of chill. And it's just an hour-long synth lo-fi track for public use that I found on YouTube, downloaded it, converted it to MP3, made it into a file on my computer, and then set it up as a file source in OBS. But the thing is, there was an update with OBS where you can now separate your audio tracks more precisely, so every input can be separated. So even though you guys only hear my voice and the music, there's actually like 7 audio inputs that go into this, and I just have the other ones turned off. Like, there's also audio inputs for the sound alerts and for the the little sub rewards and things like that, but all those are just metered in. But yeah, I put in the stream I put in the music last stream, and I like it. It's kind of really nice. Ooh, I flopped a set of 3s over here. 4-way pot with a straight and flush draw on board. There's a player here and here, by the way. So we get led at. We're going to go ahead and raise. Sometimes the player behind here is going to have a set of 10s or 9s, but I don't think we're folding. I don't like this at all. This player leading out of the blind is just usually some kind of draw. Well, now we have the full house, so he's either got us crushed or we have him crushed. Yeah. Nice. Guy went ape shit with top pair, turn trips, and is drawing to a second full. Nice. I'll take one of those.
Pay that man his money.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see it fully, it was this player raised, flop it, and this player leads out, and it's like this is that big protection bet, you know? So when we see one call, we obviously raise. Player just calls, and then he's never getting away from trips, so he just donk leads right out for everything. But there was a lot of action killers on the turn. I don't know why he just called if he was willing to go crazy with that. Just gonna check that. Hey, it's good. Really, Tuckerton? Ugh. This is like, what do I beat? I hate this, but what do I beat? Problem is King Queen beats me. King Jack. Sets of sixes. Show me. Ace Queen. It's a good bet. His bet on the turn was kind of sus. That's annoying. Raised, made a set, got an insta-fold. Made the straight over here. Get min re-raised. This table's not great. I might have to get off this one in the top right. Both of these 50 and Ls. I mean, maybe it's... You know what? Maybe I'll just rotate them out just for my own sanity. These are the lowest action tables. Yeah. These tables are the only ones averaging $7 pots. The other ones are averaging 9 and 13. So, low action. So, I'm going to stay on them until I can get other tables. Well, I'm getting priced in here. Well, we got a 9. Damn. Anything but a queen. Even a king's better. Just because all the straight draws, well, I mean, now it's just awful. Yeah. How do you not bet that? 6, 7, 4, 4. Frustrating. And I'm definitely not getting folds on that flop with one bet. MDF, I have to defend. Min raise. He just snap calls. This fucking guy. Raw float. He definitely had me beat. Yeah, and then he left. Yeah, these fucking 50 and L's suck. There's just no action. I think I'm going to cut back and play one table for a while fully concentrating on my game. Nice. I've done that at times. I've started going through the motions, and it's definitely costing me spots. Yeah. See, it's funny because after a certain point, I got to the other side, which was being too active with too few tables. So if I play less than 6 now for cash, tournaments is different. But if I play less than 6 for cash, I think I just get bored, and it's not enough action. So I don't make my right spots. I end up playing too many hands. 6 max? Is there any other 6 max? Yeah, there's one. Check. Fold. Check, fold. Guess we can put this over here for now. But for cash games, 6 is kind of my minimum. I'm definitely fucking tired, man. I haven't been able to catch up on sleep in fucking like a week. And it's only because I've been so busy and kind of trying to live my life to the fullest, but I gotta start prioritizing sleep again. It's just, it's difficult when you're, you know, you've got a wife and girlfriend and boyfriend. We got another 6 max. Open ender. Yeah, this is garbage. All the fucking 6 max died. That sucks. Yeah, there's only 2 6-max, and they're going to go down. I'm going to 3-bet the jacks here. Fold. Probably should have called that one, but wow. You win. I mean, he kind of really went for that. You don't see much 3-betting on this table. You sure as shit don't see much 4-betting. Ow. Fucking neck. Are you serious? You took that long and then you fucking 3x'd? Alright. Three bet. Now everybody's 3-betting? I'm in position. Player's short. I don't expect him to be bluffing much. Wow. Man, players are really overplaying hands. Jesus. Hey, lots of people here. I appreciate that, guys. Let's give you one of these.
Hello there.
Oh, we got another 10 L. Nope. Gotta wait 20 minutes. Already doubled on that one. Hi, babe.
Hey.
Streaming.
Okay.
Thump, 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 thump.
He's starting to flake again.
I think it has something to do with the time of year I started giving him Benadryls again.
Oh, sweet pea.
He could definitely use a Apoquel. Have a daily regimen on that again.
I'm tired.
Imagine.
Huh?
Imagine. Oh, thank you. Totally forgot about that.
It hurts. Look at movies that we haven't watched.
Oh, wow. Did you ever find out what the cause of his newfound success is?
No, I didn't ask. I assume it's his mom.
Ah.
And just from hearing his big sister and his nephew died last week.
Oh.
And just from hearing how he was talking about his mom, I learned quite a bit about Weezy this time. I actually talked to him.
That's nice.
And he's just got criminal history, you know, so he can't. He gets a job and then once the background comes back, they let him go.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's so,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's so crazy. I just saw a commercial on actual TV where they were showing a guy who, like, he's in an interview and they say, "Can you explain this gap in your unemployment?" And it just flashes to him taking courses online in a orange jumpsuit. And the woman literally just goes, "Great. Okay, so from here, blah, 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 blah." Like, it was not an issue. And it's like, bitch, you know that's an issue.
So maybe that was a commercial for a company that can help them, though.
It was. It was a commercial for a company that helps, released peoples
Well,
get
if you see
employment.
that again, let me know.
Okay.
Because he's getting really frustrated because he's trying to really do better in that regard and not go back to
Yeah.
the life, you know? And
Was it a drug? Drugs?
It's just overall gangbanging.
Affiliated or just the usual?
I think just the usual.
Private enterprise.
I mean, yeah. In any case, you know, I like them felons. Speaking of felons, another felon contacted me today.
Which one?
Michael.
I didn't know he had. Oh yeah, I guess he had.
Yeah, remember it was armed robbery.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a bumbling shit show, right? I mean, it wasn't like armed robbery, was it?
And no, it was armed robbery. He was 19. It was a while ago, so that's why I didn't really trip about it. But it was what it was.
I thought he like. I guess I don't really understand. Is it like a gun or is it like a knife or a pipe or something?
I don't really know. I think it was guns though. He was young, stupid, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, he's still stupid, but
Now he's
in
old.
different ways.
Now he's old and stupid.
Stupid in different ways.
Right.
So remember, I just said like a few weeks ago, like if Michael go to some place, I would probably go back to him just because I missed the cuddling, you know. And remember, I told you I had texted him and was like, "Can you just get your own place so we can have our football Sundays back?" And he was like, "That's not gonna happen anytime soon. But you can come hang out with me and Britt and blah blah blah." And I just ignored the message. Right. This morning I get, "Hey Cubert, me and my girl broke up. So you get your football Sundays again, LOL. I was seeing if you could help me move my stuff Friday to a weekly. I'll give you like $30 if you can."
The fuck is this? Is the most retarded.
I told you he's stupid. He's still stupid, just for much different reasons.
Go get a Mexican. Just go down to the fucking Home Depot.
He needs someone with a car. You don't have a car, babe.
Oh wow. This
And I knew that relationship wasn't gonna last because he hopped up in it too quick just because he was ready to get out of Brittany's face.
Oh, that's not with Brittany. Oh, I thought.
No, this is some white girl he met a few months ago, and he immediately hopped in and moved in with her. Remember, I was like,
he's couch surfing. Yeah, I do remember
he's
you
not
telling me
couch
about
surfing.
that.
He's just looking for. He is determined to have a woman take care of him.
Yeah. Woman surfing.
So, but I knew that was gonna end because he kept pushing, trying to hang out with Brittany still, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to push that so I can see you and all that kind of stuff." I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work. Hi, Sergeant Pepper.
He's been missing you something fierce.
You miss Mama?
I had to hold him for better part of the night.
Aww. What time did you get home?
Like 4-ish, something like that. They were cool, and you know there wasn't even any mess or anything like that.
Oh, okay, good.
And they took them out. They just used the pads or whatever, but took them out and they were cool. But then after I came in, you know, I was trying to eat and you know, chill a little bit and whatever. And Sergeant was like, "No, you will hold me."
That's funny.
Pretty much the whole night. I went to sleep and he was cool.
Nice. Well, Measly really came through clutch last night. We had a great time.
Nice.
And we both kept saying how we both just needed like this smoking and chilling, and I'm glad he asked me to stay the night. It was good times.
Nice. I think we want to raise here, not because we don't think this player can have an ace, we just think it's unlikely this player has an ace unless he just like goes crazy, so this is kind of keeping me from getting bluffed down here by doing that. I mean, it kills the pot, but we also kind of find out right where we are, which is nice. That, but I don't think I can fold. I think we can lead small here. There are some gut shots and 2 pairs that just got filled. So, but I think we can block or bet and fold to a raise. Just because really Queen Jack or a couple other weird hands are the only thing. Look at this. I ended up getting to the river for super cheap and hit a 3. Yeah, that's the ace-10 fill. That's fine. You can have it. Look at this. Get called. He's going to have a lot of 9-8. He's going to have a lot of 8-5. He's going to have a lot of pocket 7s, believe it or not. Pocket 7s. Look at that. And it's all just going to pay off on the end because it looks like bullshit. Especially when we check raise. Not bad. Yeah. Lots of peoples.
So I found out about him asking me for gas money, $10.
Yeah.
He was still en route from coming back to Vegas. Coming back to Vegas from Cali. And he hit the state line. And he wasn't sure he was going to make it all the way home.
So we've been there.
Right. So he was hitting me up because he had called his mom and his sisters, and you know, him and his mom wound up getting into it over it. And it was just, you know, family members have just died, so everybody's kind of in a weird state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, you didn't convey that at all, so
he's in a weird state too.
Right. I was like, next time that happens, or if something like that happens, you have to call me and explain that shit. Because all you did was say, can I have $10? And I was just like, I don't have it. And I was like, why, what's up? And he's like, oh, I need gas, you know? But I'm thinking he's home already.
Yeah, that's a different story if you're at the fucking state line. You might get fucking stuck.
I'm like,
and
next
shit.
time, because I had told him I only have cash. I don't have anything, like, digital I could send him. Which was a lie, but...
no, but I mean, if he gets stuck out there, we don't want him getting stuck.
But I told him, I was like, next time something like that happens, let me know, and, like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like...
Come up with $10.
I could have gave it to him. I had it, but I don't want to get in the habit of that.
No.
Trying not to repeat the Michael mistakes.
No, absolutely not. You just, you can just tell him, I need my $10 back. But, you know, it's just a matter of, he might have just only had cash.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to explain what's going on.
Or,
he's still kind of stunted in that after hearing a little bit. Like, I've already felt he was kind of stunted, but...
Shocker.
Because that's what I like anyway.
That's apparently your type.
Apparently. So, you know. I don't know. But it was good times. Good times. So we ordered pizza, and the pizza guy came and we didn't hear the door because we were trying to beat the pizza man. And yeah, and it wound up getting way too intense. I don't know what happened. And the next thing I know, we just finished. And my phone's ringing and it's the pizza guy. He's like, yeah, I'm at the door.
Whoa.
I get up.
It's like, y'all done fucking? I gotta drop off this pizza.
Bruh, I get up and run to the door. And I realized that the bedroom window and the back patio window were open. Everyone heard.
Dumbass.
Everyone heard. I told him today, I was like, your neighbors definitely know.
Well, it's funny because you say you just finished and then he knocked on the door. Pizza man was probably standing outside.
He was standing outside knocking for a minute. Listen, he definitely heard it because he has to walk past the bedroom window to walk up. So he probably heard it and not sure if it was the apartment he was going to. And then got to the door and definitely realized. Yeah, and I was like, ruh-roh. And it was like so intense music, couldn't even get up. Like, so I'm trying to like get up and throw on something. My hair was like, I was just like, yeah, give me a pizza, thanks.
He was just like, don't touch me.
No, he was like smiling and like barely would look me in the face. It was so funny. We laughed so hard. I was like, holy shit.
Trust me, as an experienced pizza delivery guy, that shit happened all the fucking time.
I wasn't even so much worried about the pizza guy. It's just the fact that the whole complex, because I'm loud, but music's even louder.
Weird.
It is weird.
So you talk about like not hearing noise or whatever, then it seems weird.
It's been weird from day one because of what he says. So it's just weird. But
Right.
But yeah, I have a headache. Oh, I just ate that. Okay, here it is. I think I'm gonna make some spaghetti. And then I'm gonna call Mom and see if she still wants to come get her nails done. Are you looking to nap anytime soon?
It doesn't matter. I'll...
Okay. Ooh, Mama's tired though, and I slept, but the thing is, I couldn't seem to wake up. Like,
Well.
I kept trying to wake up, and I woke up at like 8, like I normally do, you know. I woke up and I smoked and ate and was watching TV and playing on the phone, and he got up and he was handling some business, and then I passed out and I just could not wake back up. Oh, you talked to your mom?
Yep.
Was she at the hospital then, or she was still home?
She was at home, and then they called me later. And Aaron and Mom were at the hospital with Dad.
Oh, okay.
He's doing good.
Okay.
But,
Did they have any word about anything yet? Sorry, Jim.
it's getting a little wild here.
You've licked your paw so much it's soaking wet.
Well, it's wetter. What's the problem?
It's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Well. At the moment, I did actually shower.
Still disgusting. It's
The
not.
water pressure in his shower is amazing.
That's always nice.
I did not want to get out.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna stay here. And you know, it's a brand new apartment. They just renovated everything, so everything's like spick and span new.
Nice.
And I was just like, I just want to sit in the shower. I wish I had my shower chair.
Mm.
I would have just sat there for like 30 minutes.
Nice. I think we can bet this ace. Most of the time, just take it down.
I am happy to be home, I'll tell you that much.
Right?
I wanted to come home much sooner. I just could not get energy to like. I couldn't do it.
That's not bad. Now you're unbothered. You were a wreck while your mother was gone.
She's back.
Yes, no, I ignore you. So one thing I didn't know was that bunny rabbits get zooms just like dogs.
Oh, I've seen videos of them doing it.
It's very cute. But when you are not aware of that fact and you are taking a nap and just kind of chilling and right on the edge of sleep, and then you hear like the most ridiculous, because they're rabbits, they move super fast.
Yeah.
Just the nails on the
on the floor. I was
on
just
the
about
floor
to say
and
it's
this
like
thing.
triple time choochie.
It was, and it was like literally, like I shot up like the place was fucking haunted. Like it sounded like shit was falling off the walls, and Sim was fucking dead to the world. So I was like, Jesus Christ! And eventually she woke up and she heard it, and she was like, "Oh, I guess they got the zooms." I'm like, "Is that what the fuck that was?" Like I'm terrified.
It's nice to know you can sleep there, and feel comfortable.
Not
enough to
really.
sleep. Okay.
I was like on the edge of sleep, and I kept getting that falling sensation. Like when you go to sleep and you get that,
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I don't know why, but I kept getting that. But
Maybe because you're upstairs.
that entered into my mind at all. It's not like we were sleeping on the stairs.
I know, but maybe your body, you haven't slept upstairs anywhere in a while. Maybe your body's just like, oh, shit, I fallen.
It was probably just what I ate.
Where'd you guys go to dinner?
Rebar. They actually have vegan options. And we ended up having black bean burgers and nachos. I ended up getting one of my the
Club sandwiches.
no Coors Banquet. I said what we ate. I mean, black bean burgers. No, but they had that, and the cast ended up showing up, and Tara ended up showing up. Tara is Sin's new love interest, her first lesbian affair. And so it's very Hallmark movie of the week, but she's lovely, and we just all kind of sat around talking and chilling and everything like that. And, it was very cool. But ended up, a lot of the actors from the show and some of the audience ended up being at Rebar, just kind of all filtered in, and it was fun.
Nice.
Part of my day I can't get through is just running in place of these tables.
This is such a. I was so comfortable, and it was such a I had my snuggles. The bed was comfortable. The temperature was right. I had eaten, smoked, and all I wanted was Sergeant snuggled up next to my legs.
Man, look at this run out. It's going to be hard to get paid on this river because the ace is going to scare him when he has like 9-10 or 9-8. But he's never going to be able to see this coming. He's going to have a 7 with us so often, too. King 9. Wow. I mean, you knew you were good on the flop. You should have raised. That was a crazy run out, though. 7 right on the turn is amazing. If the ace hits the turn and the 7 hits the river, we can't even bet it the same way. It's only because the 7 paired the board. And it's so specific that I have the suited ace that I'm raising. The suited ace 7. It's nuts. We gotta get off this table. Internet cut out, you're back. Oh. Did mine? Oh, I didn't drop any frames. Oh, you did. Oh, okay. All good. Glad so many people are hanging around, but where is my action? Guess we'll play one more round here and then see how it goes. I've got 180 hands in this fucking table. That might be reason enough to get off of it.
Hello there.
Can I snuggle your face? Can I snuggle your face? No. I want to snuggle your face.
Get away from the face.
Snuggle your face. Sergeant. Sergeant. Oh my gosh. Can you stop, please?
Meanwhile, the other one is just looking over at you like
Ainsley.
Forlorn. What the
Are you
hell?
comfortable?
Not enough.
Are you comfortable on my spot, Mr. Fleeky? Yeah. Hi, sweet pea. Yeah, sweet pea. Mwah. 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 Hey, cutie patootie.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Check.
Hey, cutie patootie.
Don't talk about my patootie.
That body wash he had in his shower, my skin feels so soft. I'm sitting here like, why is
Well,
this?
new apartment complex has probably got the good hard water purifier thing.
Oh, probably.
We're just gonna call this 10. Wow, that is a little loud. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I definitely think we want to call for that price on the gut shot. Double gut shot now. This is tougher. I think we have to let that one go. Tens, alright. We're obviously calling that. Missed it all. I'm going to check the turn here. I mean, if I'm ahead on the flop, I'm usually ahead on this turn. And that kind of goes the same for the river. So he should have ace king, ace queen, or ace king, ace jack, pocket eights maybe. I think he bets jacks a little heavier. Ace jack, yeah. No real reason to raise or whatever. Player calls. Music is definitely too loud. Guess your low voice gets drowned out. Yeah, I just adjusted it. Yeah, some of those songs are really loud. Let me readjust this here. And there we go. I guess I can check the monitor, huh? Check. Oh, the deuce on the turn. I've hit 3 sets on the turn today. Gotten a lot of action, too. Not that one, obviously. So the music, let me hear. It's gonna sound weird for you guys for a minute, but just let me see if I can hear it. Hang on. Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Cash not great. Cutting down to one table, yeah. What about you? 50 shots. Yeah, man, tell us about what y'all are playing. Yeah, that's much better. I'm just gonna ditch this fucking table, man. It's just been such crap. I can't get onto any other 50-Ls. It's so brutal. Now I can. It's really loud. Which one of these tables do I want to give up? I guess it's kind of a toss-up. I'm just going to ditch the first one into the blinds right there. Player calls. He can have Jack 10 for sure, but he can also have a lot of flush draws. We're just going to go ahead and bet. If he has a set, it's just too bad. Nice. Not nice. What a fucking idiot. He actually raised me on the Jack turn. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, look at this. God. He raised and I re-raised. Alright, this is going to get fun. I raised this. I bet this flop, and I'm betting the turn. If I get raised, there's a lot of chances for us to be up against a set, but there's also a lot of two-pair combos, ace-6 and stuff. Yep, ace-6, like I said. It's just too common. So yeah, then he calls, and the flop comes off. Let this one go. And then bet and call, check, bet the majority of his stack. He min raises and then calls off the jam. Hits a fucking 5-outer. Not even a flush draw. Jesus. Should be able to call here if this player bets. It's close. God damn it. How do you not bet the turn with the ace of spades? Jesus. Alright, we got a 50 and L on the side over here. I'm going to bring it into play. I guess I can bring it into play now and move this one out. Table was going to go down anyway. There's a lot of 10 and L's. Man, this is just like... Does 6 max 50 and L not run? No, it runs. I just don't like it as much. It doesn't run as commonly. God damn it, I almost opened this. But I would have gotten raised right off of it. It doesn't run as commonly. Hundred and L 6 max runs real common, but I typically stick to 50 and L 9 max, just because there's a, I guess you could call it a power creep, for 50 and L 6 max, where it kind of gets very aggressive. I really like only playing it at night, like late night, but it's a lot of variance, so I kind of like to have like 2,500 or so playing 50 and L 6 max, just because it can be kind of swingy. It can be very swingy. Ace. Ugh. Come on, re-raise. I think we just want to get value. These players are both super short, so they could do anything. With 60 blinds, I don't know if we're folding if they raise. I think we're just calling and then getting it in on pretty much every turn. What are we, like 3 hours in? I wanted to put in the Iron Man session, but I definitely need need some sleep. Wow. It's a good catch. Hands like that King 10 are why you're down. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, you can't get much better than that. All right. I think I'm going to call it. I'll let you guys know where I'm at in just 1 second here. I think I made a couple dollars. Where's the fucking lobby? Come on. Yeah. 1879.90. So I made $13. I mean, it was just like, I mean, you saw it was stuff like those aces. No set over set. I got big hands cracked twice. Just those. That one for like a $40 swing and the other one for like an $80 swing or $70 swing early. So I guess that's the difference between a good session and a break-even-ish session, because that would have been about 150, 160 bucks to the positive. So a little unlucky, but I'm very tired, so I'm not even sure if I'm taking advantage of all the spots. I think the move is for me to get some sleep and come back and play tonight around 9 or 10, so about 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, I had a great time. I'm glad you guys like the new music. I think it sounds okay. It seems to be. Yeah, it seems to be monitoring all right.